What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to compare Topstep and Tradeify, probably two of the best platforms that are out there right now. We're going to see what accounts these platforms offer, what is the easiest way to pay out, and what is really the bigger picture in the platform industry right now. There's a lot of complaining going on with Topstep right now, so I wanted to make this video to see if there's any other affordable options for prop firms, and there is, and Tradeify is one of the best. So we're going to compare them side by side so that you guys have a better idea of which prop firm to choose and what you can realistically afford and how you can make the best return on your investment by buying an evaluation and moving forward with the payouts. So let's dive into Topstep. Topstep is a veteran in the prop firm industry. It's probably the longest prop firm that's ever been out there. I don't think any other prop firm has the same amount of traders that Topstep has. I think Topstep has been around for a very long time, so they have cemented their foundation in the prop firm industry, and they just released a Topstep brokerage as well, so that's pretty huge. I don't think any prop firm has done that. But overall, I personally think that Topstep is going to move into a different direction with this brokerage, and I don't think that the funding program is going to be as good as it used to be, because I think there's going to be more rules, I feel like, added down the road. But we'll see. I mean, it's still probably number one prop firm that there is out there right now due to its very light rules and the ability to get payouts very fast without no consistency rules or buffer requirements. And that's what we're going to dive into, and we're going to put them side by side to see which prop firm is currently the best on the market. Let's dive right into Topstep. Topstep offers 3 accounts, 50K, 100K, and 150K. So there's the standard path and there's no activation fee. We're going to talk about both of them. So let's start with the standard. The standard is a $49 a month, and there is an activation fee. So the standard path is your basic monthly subscription, and then when you pass the evaluation, you're moving on to paying your activation fee, which is a flat fee. It's not monthly. So the fee stays the same across all the accounts. So for 50K, it's $149, 100K, $149, and 150K is $149 as well. So for the standard path, if you're new with Topstep, let's talk about if you're just brand new to futures trading in general, the evaluation process is pretty simple. All you have to do is hit your profit target, and you have unlimited time to do it, or probably up to a month, and then the subscription resets, I'm pretty sure, on the day that you subscribed. Profit target for 50K account is 3,000, for 100K is 6,000, and then for 150K it's 9,000. Maximum loss limit, this is how much you can lose on that account before the account gets closed. For 50K it's 2,000, 100K is 3,000, and 150K is 4,500. I would say that they don't offer too much variety like some other prop firms do, and that's what I personally like. I like the simplicity. Some firms have like a lot of accounts, and it's very frustrating trying to pick which one. I like it 3 accounts, pick which one you want to trade and just trade. There's no consistency rules on the funded accounts, which is also super nice. And some prop firms, they require you to have a buffer before you can request a payout. So Topstep does not have that, and I think Tradeify does have that on some of them accounts, but we're going to dive into that in a little bit. The second path is the no activation fee, and it's in the name, guys. Obviously, no activation fee. That means you're paying $109 a month for 50K, $159 for 100K, and then $209 for 150K. And when you pass the evaluation, you're not paying activation fee. So as you can tell, if you look down here, it's all free, which is very nice, because if you can pass an evaluation fast in one shot, that would be nice. Not bad at all, guys. Topstep is very outgoing with their rules. It's very easy to get payouts. If once you pass the evaluation, all you have to do is give 5 days of $150, and you're able to request 50% off that balance. And you're probably wondering what happens to my balance after I request the 50% payout. So let's break it down. If you make $2,000, right, on your account, you get 5 days above $150, and you have $2,000 in your account, you can request a $1,000 payout, and the other 1,000 is going to stay in your account as a buffer. And after you request that payout, your account can no longer go below zero. So after you pass an evaluation, you get a brand new account, and it will have a maximum loss limit of 2,000. So negative 2,000. I'm sorry. If you go below negative 2,000, if you lose $2,000 on your fresh funded account, the account will be closed. After you take $10,000 in payouts, you will be at a 90-10 split. Earn payouts and keep 90% of the profits. What does that mean? Let's say you made $10,000 in payouts, and your next payout above the $10,000, it's let's say you made $2,000 and then you're taking out $1,000. You will keep 90% of that, and 10 goes to the prop firm. So it's a pretty simple split. Now, after 5 payouts in your funded account, you will be moved to live with Topstep. They do have a live trader program that is pretty good. I'm not going to dive into it because it's a separate video. Right now, I just want to talk about sim-funded accounts. There is a 50% consistency rule on the evaluations, but you can pass it in one day if you take one trade in the morning and then one trade later when the market opens back up at 6 p.m. Eastern. With the payouts got very fast. They used to be slow. They would take a couple of days. Now they added instant pay, and they got like ultra fast. They landed in your bank account within a day. So Topstep definitely stepped it up with that one. I think that was the only thing that I really didn't like, was that the payouts took too long, but they completely changed the game, and it's very, very good. Now, Topstep trades on Topstep X, which is their own platform. So some recent updates real quick, guys. This is only valid until the end of the week, I'm pretty sure, until April 28th. But Topstep just released new payout caps, and they also released new prices for these accounts for no activation path. For trading combine pricing updates, the combine is the evaluation. For a 50K account, no activation fee path is $95 a month. For 100K, it's $149 a month. And then for 150K, it will be $229 a month. So some discounts on those two accounts. And then for 150K, there is a slight increase of $20. For the standard path, there will be no changes. So if you're paying $49 a month for the 50K, once you pass, you will be paying a flat fee of $149. So for the payout cap updates, this is where a lot of people got super upset. They did slash the payout caps by 50%. Well, just for 50K accounts, and for 100K accounts, I wouldn't even say 50% on 100K accounts, but for 50K accounts, I think that's where they took the most hit. So for 50K account, you were able to request 6K on the consistency path. If you don't know what a consistency path is, it's 3 days to pay out. So when you pass an evaluation with Topstep, they will give you a choice whether you want a consistency path or a standard path. Consistency path, you can request a payout in 3 days, but your best day cannot be above 40%. Where to on a standard path, you can request payouts every 5 days with $150 minimum winning days. The new payout caps are as follows. For consistency path on a 50K, it will be 3K new payout cap. For 100K, 4K, and 150K will have no changes. And for standard path, it will be 2K slashed from 5K, which is made a lot of people mad, but it is what it is. We just got to move on. For 100K, it's from 5K to 3K, and then from 150K, it will be no changes. What do I think personally about this? I don't think it's really a big deal, because a lot of people are complaining they most likely never made it to a payout. Another thing is that if you are one of those guys who's consistently getting payouts and this actually affects you, just go with a 150K account. It has much better account features like the daily loss limit and the account sizing. You can trade bigger sizes and obviously take bigger payouts. If you are just trying to get payouts in general, 50K is still one of the best options that are out there. For Topstep, for $95 a month, it's unbeatable, with no consistency rules, with no buffer requirements that a lot of platforms have. So it's a no-brainer, guys. It's really not a big deal, and I still think that Topstep still holds the #1 spot in the platform industry, I personally believe. But you can't put all your eggs in one basket, and you do have to have a variety of platforms available to you. So let's dive right into Tradeify to see what they offer, because they do offer a lot of good accounts and we want to compare them. Tradeify 3.0 is live with TradeC. TradeC is the trading platform I was talking about. It's brand new, and I hope that it catches up to the same level as Topstep X, because we do need variety of trading platforms in this industry. Because if one platform is holding the best trading platform, I think it's just kind of boring and depressing. So we do need competition. Healthy competition is always good. Tradeify 3.0 is live. TradeC, no subscriptions, new dashboard, built-in journal, instant account activation, a reward pool for going live. This is very important, guys. I forgot to tell you, instant account activation. I don't think this was there before, but Tradeify seems like they added this pretty recently. And Topstep also has instant activation. So whenever you pass the account, you are able to activate it and trade right away. So let's say you bought an evaluation at 9 a.m. in the morning. You got half of what you needed to make. So if the profit target is 3,000 and you got 1,500, and then 6 p.m. market reopens, and then within the next 20 minutes, you made another 1,500, which is absolutely not healthy. You can activate it like 5 minutes later and start trading. So instant activation is really where it's at. It's one of the best things. Back then, we used to have to wait until the end of the session to activate our accounts. Now it's a completely different game. So really, really good. Let's break down the accounts that Tradeify offers. It's 3 account types that they have: growth, select, and lightning. We're going to break them down one by one. I'm just going to pick one size, which is the 50K, because all the parameters are the same on those accounts and the rules are all the same. It's just the sizes are going to be different. So the growth account is funding in 1 day. It costs $87. It's in the name, obviously. You can get funded in 1 day. And the profit target remains the same, $3,000. End of the day is 2,000, so you can't blow more than 2,000. Otherwise, your account will be closed. And the daily loss limit, some accounts have that, some accounts don't have that. Topstep personally doesn't have that. Daily loss limit is you can't lose more than $12.50 in a day, or your account will be turned off for that trading day, and then you'll have to repeat trading tomorrow. Consistency, none, which is good because it's 1 day funding challenge. Reset fee is $95, and the max contracts you can trade is 4 minis. And when you're funded, you can request payouts every 5 days, but consistency rule is 35%, so your best day cannot be above 35%. Daily loss limit still remains the same. It's $12.50, and the max drawdown remains the same as well. So not a bad option for growth 50K. They do offer 25,000. Which costs $59. Also not a bad option as well. The next account type that they offer is select. It's funding in 3 days. So you have 3 days to pass the account, and 50K costs $99. Profit target remains the same, 3,000. End of the day, 2,000. Daily loss limit, none. So you get $2,000. If you blow that, your account is going to be closed. Consistency though, 40%. So you cannot make more than 40%. You get 3 days to pass. So Tradeify does not have activation fees, so this is pretty nice. You pay what, $99, and that's it. That's the only thing you're really going to pay. But Topstep also does have no activation fee accounts, which are pretty similar in price. I think it's a $3 difference. Max contracts you can trade on this account is 4 minis. Now, this is where it gets interesting with the payouts, is that once you pass this, you have an option to choose daily payouts or flex payouts. Daily payouts are in the name. You can request daily payouts with a max payout of 1,000. There's no consistency rules on them, but there is a buffer requirement that I'm going to tell you guys in a second after we're done reviewing this account. For the payout frequency, it's for flex account is 5 days. So every 5 days you can request a payout with 5 days of $150 winning days. Now, the only thing that sucks about the daily plan is obviously the buffer requirements. So to request $1,000, you would have to make the required amount for the buffer system. So for 50K account, you will have to make 2,100 first, and then anything you make past that is what you can request for a payout. So for 50K, you'll have to make 2,100. For 150K, 3,600. And obviously the sizes are all different. For 150K, you can request 2,500 every single day. If you're a good trader, you know what you're doing. This is honestly a very good option on the market right now. There's not that many options that offer daily payouts, except for I think, my funded futures. But there's also another option that Tradeify offers, which is the Lightning instant funding account. So you don't have to pass any evaluation. You pay for it and you are ready to trade the markets, and anything you make is yours to keep. For 50K, it's $295 with no evaluation, with a consistency rule of 20%, daily loss limit 1250, and the end of the day is 2000 with 4 minis that you can trade with a max accounts of 5. Overall, Tradeify does have a lot of good products, and as I said, they're very similar and they're super close right behind each other. I do still think that Topstep holds the #1 spot just because how simple it is. And for me personally, 3 products, just keeping it as simple as this, for me it's probably the best option. When it starts to get a little bit more complicated and there's a different variety of things and you're starting to get lost with all the rules as well, because each account type has different rules and different parameters and you don't really know. Like with Topstep, I can tell you each and every account what the rules are because there's only 3. So there's not that much to learn and to know. This is one thing about Tradeify, is that the payouts are super fast. They're 1-hour payouts. I've seen some people get them as less than 5 minutes. It's pretty crazy. For me, at the end of the day, Topstep is still #1. No matter the changes that affect the payout caps, it is what it is, really. Tradeify is super close. Another platform that is also on that level is My Funded Futures. I think I'm going to review that next versus Topstep, and we're going to compare the 2 platforms and see what each offers and at what prices. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. If you did, please go down and hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.